Welcome to Migos and Impossible Amigos. My name is Taffrey16, and welcome back to another episode of Reading Your Comments, aka the only video in which I can wear this shirt. It is Sunday, or maybe Saturday if you're watching this a day early on Patreon. For those that know, the Patrons have the option to watch these as well as reaction videos up to a day early, and get your name in the channel description as well. But regardless what day you're watching this on, let's go ahead and read some comments. Scrap Heap Challenge is a decent show, worth watching at least once. There's an American version called Junkyard Wars. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if I remember Junkyard Wars. I don't remember if I watched it, but I remember it. You know what I mean? Like, I've probably seen the ads for it or whatever. But, yeah, I don't remember if I said before, but I am planning on doing Scrap Heap Challenge before the month ends. I still think you need to watch more of UK Would I Lie to You? There are so many great episodes. You know, I would have by now if the copyright hadn't changed, which unfortunately it has. I can no longer put that show on YouTube, which is a damn shame, but it is what it is. To your knowledge, is Blackadder a real pain in the ass for copyright? The only reactions that seem to stay up are short clips rather than episodes. Blackadder is a BBC show, which means it's a highly protected BBC show, which means it's daily motion. Yeah, it's not possible unless you get purely lucky to get a full episode allowed on YouTube. The only way to get a full episode allowed on YouTube would be to file a dispute and hope that you're lucky enough that they don't respond within the 30-day time period and the copyright claim expires. That'd be the only way to get that on YouTube. I think Ashton John had at least one child already. I'm sure they used to pause videos to get her a drink or whatever. Yeah, fair enough, honestly. Like, you could say a lot about them and not a lot of it's positive. I personally have said not a lot positive about them. But if they took all that time off to take care of their kids, then you can't not respect that. People like to take the piss out of golf fans, but I actually find golf to be quite therapeutic to watch. I wouldn't consider myself a fan of the sport, but if there's a big tournament on, I find myself tuning in to see how the Irish lads are doing, being Irish myself, and then before I know it, I'm fully absorbed in the whole weekend. You see, that's a good way to put it right there. Once it gets you, it gets you. It's one of those things where people see it, they think it gets boring and it's hard to get into, but like, once it gets you, you're in. Top Gear's music was always good, partly because they didn't need to worry about too much about clearance and royalties due to BBC's blanket deal with the record industry. It often get replaced by generic sound-alike stuff for international distribution. Blanket deal with the record industry. I really wish Twitch.tv had a deal like that, because then I wouldn't have to delete all my past broadcasts every time I streamed and put them on a separate YouTube channel, but I do, so, you know. When I first watched this Top Gear special, I was more amazed that the locals had just decided to shoot a sign. I mean, who does that? You know, it's just Southern weekend. You get your daddy's gun, you know, he didn't lock it. Just go out with the boys and shoot a sign. It's another day in Alabama, brothers. I love to see a reaction to Top Gear and DePaul special from 2019. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything post Clarkson, May, and Hammond era, just because I'm decently positive in thinking that I think the reception to that would be pretty negative. Like, especially since I've only seen 2 episodes to start of the old show. If I were to dive into the new show, which is not as well received, I feel like my reaction to that would not be as well received. Yep, that is Matt Berry singing the theme song to Stuff Boxes from his album Opium, which is pretty odd but worth a listen. He plays most of the instruments too, like a funnier version of Mike Oldfield. You know, I'm gonna have to just sit down and listen to his music someday, because I read he has like 10 albums or something? He's made a lot of music. I'd like to see you react in the future to Ardell O'Hanlon's stand-up comedy, the guy who played Dougal in Father Ted. I did not know Ardell did stand-up comedy. Really? Actually, that's might be worth checking out. Actually, I didn't even know he did stand-up. Dear Taff, have you been saving all your own outtakes for a particularly special Xmas special? My outtakes? No, not that I can think of. If I ever have like a super, sometimes there's outtakes at the end of these videos. If there's something that takes me a while to say, but there's not any. If there's something particularly funny to you know, showcase, I'll usually showcase it in the video that it came from. At the time, William Perry was just about the only American football 99% of people in Britain would have heard of, because he appeared in a series of adverts. Oh, okay. I was wondering how they knew, because the Fridge is a fucking legend, but that makes sense, because I was like, wait a minute, how do they know? Any chance of doing an Nevermind the Buzzcocks? Yes, there's at least 1, if not 2, on the request list, but the episode I did a couple years ago, probably because it was with Jedwad and I don't want to claim that, was like the 1 episode of that show that you can get on YouTube. So any future episode will be on Daily Motion. Please don't forget to upload the Young Ones at some point. Well, like I've said, the first series of the Young Ones, which I'm going to go back and do before I do the last episode, will all have to go on Dailymotion. I have a plan for the first series. I can't tell you what it is yet, but I have a plan. But all I'll say is the Patreons are going to find out what that plan is well before anyone else. That's my hint. Hey, I want to start watching this British sci-fi series, Black Mirror. Can I start with the 2 most soul-destroying, disturbing, and unsettling episodes from the entire run, please? Sounds like I'm doing it right. I'm still so glad you're reacting to Benidorm, by far one of my favorite British comedies. I wish they were way more frequent than once a month, but they're still worth the wait. You know, it might be my favorite monthly thing I'm doing right now, like at the moment, because Benidorm is like, where it's at right now, like reminds me of like Outnumbered series 2. Like Benidorm it's been on fire. Like the last 4 episodes in particular have maybe been the best 4 episodes of this show so far. Like it's really hitting on all cylinders. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for another episode of Reading Your Comments, episode 175. The comments in this video were pulled from the following videos. Reading Comments 174, American Rex the Top Gear USA Special, Snuffbox, Max and Patty Road Nowhere Outtakes, They Think It's All Over, Black Mirror 2, and Benidorm 12. If you want a chance to get your comment read in next week's episode of Reading Your Comments, then the videos to comment on are as follows. This video, the reaction video that came out yesterday, which was Up Pompeii, the reaction video that comes out tomorrow, which I'm not sure what it will be. It'll probably be the smoking room. That's probably what it'll be. And then the videos that come out on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Those are the videos to comment on if you want a chance to get your comment read in next week's episode of Reading Your Comments. But that's going to do it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to like it. If you didn't like it, don't. If you want to follow any of my social media links, my Twitch, where I stream every single day, my second channel for instant views, my Twitter, follow me on my Patreon. If you want to support me on my Dailymotion, all those things are in the description down below. Thank you to all I'm currently recording. 113 of my Patrons to support me on my channel. For those that know, you can be Patreon me for as low as $1 or £1. You get extra reaction videos, as well as reading comments up to a day early, and you get named in the video description as well. Also in the video description is a link to the community Reddit, as well as the daily schedule, as well as the Twitch VODs channel. For all that being said though, my name is Taffrey16. This has been another episode of Reading Your Comments, episode 175, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.